David Cage's Nomad Souls, in which I almost forgot to take the VOD. Though I might have crashed the game in the process.
I have many things to tell you, and very little time. My name is Kale. I come from a universe parallel to yours. My world needs your help. You're the only one who can save us. I succeeded in opening a breach between my world and yours. Through your computer, you can enter our world and help us. But in order to do this, you must transfer your soul into my body. Do you accept? Press any key to say yes. But hurry, there isn't much time.
I mean, I'll up the sound. This thing... We're fighting for our lives right now. We'll up it again. Get back into the game.
I knew I could count on you. Now, you must concentrate.
The game audio is very aggressively mean. Okay, I understand.
That's it. You're ready. But remember, once you cross the breach, you're on your own. There's no saving and going back if you get into trouble. You are entering a real world. If you make mistakes, you'll just have to accept the consequences. Now, listen carefully. To begin your investigation, go first to my apartment. There's no more time to talk. You must cross the breach before it closes. Oh, and one more thing. Be careful with my body. It's the only one I've got.
I don't know how David Cage got money for another game after this. I don't know how we got Indigo Prophecy.
You have been the victim of a violent attack. Go home, eat, and rehydrate yourself. If you experience mental disturbances, consult a psychiatrist. The Omikron police thank you for your cooperation.
What the hell was that? That robot must have scared it off. What? Alright, so... There's one thing I have to do, is... I have to minimize Steam, because Steam is cucking me right now, and is blocking me from seeing the game's controls. So on my third monitor right here, I have chat and OBS on the left, I have David Games' Magnum Opus in the center, and I have OmicronShoutout.com wiki controls on my right. However, because I'm in like 32 by 32p, we are unable to do anything. A video game? No. Okay, there we go. Alright, so minimize Steam, minimize Photoshop, minimize whatever the hell you are, and execute EA. Then we go back to the game. Oh no. Why did it do that? Alright, I'm gonna have to do a regular tab out, I guess. Uh... Oh no. Alright. What if I... Why... I don't know why, it's just choosing a random thing to go on the right. I guess I don't have controls. I'll have to figure it out. Alright, so we have memory. We have Kale memory. Go to my apartment. We have his apartment key, we have the map. Open map? We received basic Omikron police training using waiver weapons, combat techniques. Interested in the void. Pressing action, cancel, put it down. So, this game had one hell of a time actually working in regards to... Oh, how do I say it? Working on a controller. Like, the funny thing about David Cage games in general, I've noticed, is they either work well with a controller, I think that David Cage is the reincarnation of J. Edgar Hoover, and he has a little black book of blackmail on every celebrity and financier, and that's why we keep getting David Cage games, and why he is not in jail. Like, have we seen J. Edgar Hoover and David Cage in the same room? No, I think not. Alright, how do I map? Give me map. Map? Right, so that's his apartment over there. He was a composer? I would have figured he was a... Wait, so we're having a composer writing... Oh, God. Ugh. The first things first is our doppelganger wants us to go to something else. Hello Basil, hello Evan, we hope you're all having a lovely day. And then he went on to create art. Yeah. Art. Oh, okay, I realize the carrot's the wrong way. Despite all my rage, I'm still just David Cage. If only we did have David Cage in a cage. The timeline would be saved. You know, realistically though, how much worse can David Cage cock up Star Wars than, like, modern Hollywood executives cock up Star Wars? Oh, it's not just the font choice, Blobber. If you look at the Steam page for this, like the community center, this is actually in like a simple like text replace language. Like this is like us reading this, doing a Morrowind and reading like Daedric. I think I'd be fine with wrecking it even more. And David Cage thought this is what an apartment of the future would look like. What a fool. That is true. Like a Rick and Morty fan, you need to have a sufficient IQ to understand this game. Oh, but I will say, I might just immediately lose to this game because there's something about the art style that's actually making me a little bit sick.
Cal.
We have Lizard. Yeah, we gotta mac on the pretty lady. I mean, it's not cheating if we're in his body. You've contracted cageism? Hell yeah! Well, he's getting cancelled by life. Alright, let's run. Caps Lops, thankfully, is not anything. Space is jump. What is look around? Is it control? No, it's not control. Is it alt? No. Shift is that. Tab is that. Is it tilde? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's either that or it's like your mouth drops to the ground and you go awooga awooga and like old. There we go. It's L. Because of course it would be L. That actually kind of makes sense. And like a train whistle plays. It's either that or the space dementia kicks in. One or the other. You have a Darth Vader chamber? What are you?
Hello, Agent Cal. Choose your difficulty level. Thank you. Get ready. The fight is about to start.
What the fuck is going on here? It would have gone quicker, but I can't kick the AI in the dick. Wait, did that actually cost me real health?
Hello, Agent Kale. Choose your difficulty level. Get ready. The fight is about to start.
You're not wrong, Proto. Oh no. Did the game just explode? Please don't tell me that we have to go through all of that again. Oh. Alright, well. Force quit, Omikron, Nomad Soul, first off. And I have a feeling that I'm going to have to add something in here. What did Basil say? Or was that an accidental execution? What's an EVIF file? What? He was a good man. What a rotten way to die. Oh no. Uh, I want this image. Give me this image. Save image as. Thankfully not a JPEG. Alright. We need our representative of the stream. And I can't believe I can't believe Wellicord has turned into a police state. Oh no. And the dementia-ridden emperor led by his court, where true evil is occurring. We'll leave this up to, you know, what you believe suffering to truly mean. How many sufferings we have going on. Right. Alright, folks, once more into the breach. Load game. Well, you know what? This is actually for the best, right? Game. We're going on game journalist mode for difficulty of combat. And we could there, Kitty, but that would require us tabbing out of the game again. And this whole thing is being held together by a combination of spite and hate. Give me my thing. Alright, did I miss a way to save earlier? That's what I need to know. Why can I not access any others? No. That is where our option menu is, though, so we actually can edit our... yeah. That is exceptionally good to know. Alright, you know what? We learned something here. I wonder if David Cage saw, like, a British game, otherwise known as Elder Scrolls, and realized what was going on. You know what, Decoy? We get difficult mode in Commander. Oh, no, we don't... I don't want to... No. Oh. Oh god, you do. Where's my fucking water bottle? Oh, indeed, we're suffering maxing. Why does it feel like the controls are inverted now? They're not, but some of them feel like they're inverted. I'm deeply scared. Alright, so Kitty, you want me to do an ad for David Cage directs Lord of the Rings? Is that correct there, my friend? Is this the Tim line we are in? Okay. Now how would I do that? What is Lord of the Rings? Lord of the Rings is a fantasy epic that was crafted by a British man traumatized by Galactic Galaxy 1. Elliot Page. I mean, you know, you don't talk about the casting decisions, though. In it. In the actual ad itself. Though we could cash Elliot Page as... Oh. Oh no, I didn't mean to change the resolution. I want to go back to the original one, but it updates my resolution every time. Who the fuck? And I can't go left. I didn't mean to change the resolution, but I guess we're going to 1920 by 1080 now. We're already here, we're already questing. Oh my god. What's funny is this looks so much better for y'all than it does for me. It's political commentary. The maestro strikes again. I don't know. Elliot Page, I think if we were to add him into this, we would probably throw him in as who the fuck is the elf? Not the elf. The like, I guess we're doing this now. We can actually see things now. So we have an hospital. I thought this was our apartment. Samwise? Who does, like, Michael Cera play in Lord of the Rings? Elliot Page as the Mouth of Sauron? I don't... You know, it's been so long since I've seen Lord of the Rings that I don't remember who the Mouth of Sauron is. Like, in terms of, like, just... if we were to turn people into a cookie cutter, you could probably, put Elliot Page in the same mold as, like, the protagonist character, whose name I don't recall. Who I keep wanting to say is Samwise Gamgee, but I know it's not Samwise Gamgee. This is my job. The Gates of Mordor? Aren't they just, like, in a black cloak? My apartment allegedly is, like, right here. The protagonist is Gollum? No, that's the other game. That's the Gollum game. That's an entirely separate affair. Is this my house? It is my house. I don't know why I got so lost in the sauce. Could be Subaru's beautiful face that's on my side. So we have, like, Elliot Page as, not Samwise Gamgee, but the other one. We have, you know, obviously to support public opinion, we have Gandalf with big naturals. We have... Who else is in that movie? I mean... I need to find a place to save before I ramble on anymore. Do we save by pooping? Why are you thrusting into your toilet? Like, what? Why are you doing it like that? What is this room? I'm guessing that's your shower. No, seriously, how do we save? Oh, God. Police badge. Looks like Leon, even with the bandages over his clothes. Maybe that's where the Resident Evil people got the idea for Leon from. David Cage. Though more accurately, it would probably be how the David Cage people got the inspiration for Kale, because I think Resident Evil 2 came out before this. By a long way. Okay, Frodo. Frodo is Elliot Page. Samwise, I want to. Who do? Gimel and Saruman. Saruman wasn't auto-corrected. Player, kill me indeed. Did that save? No advice available. Boromir. I don't think I have. For some reason, I want like Michael Caine to play Saruman now. I don't even know what I just picked up. Also, why is the save thing in what I'm assuming is the kitchen? Like, this is a very strange set of affairs. That mac and cheese? Kloop's beer. Actually, we should see in our inventory. Kloop's beer, pureed Kramen. Oh no. So I'm guessing since we reduce sleeping time, today 1x announced that he may very soon order a reduction of 10 minutes of legal sleeping time. According to his calculations, this would boost productivity in certain sectors by 1.2% and increase the average happiness rate by 0.8%. 1x announced in his weekly bulletin, according to his calculations, the average happiness of each inhabitant is higher than for the same period last month. This will increase quality scheduling and greater thought control. Warriors lose to Mechas 38-71. And that's just all sports ball talk. Bricktop. I think, honestly... Okay, like, seriously though. Michael Caine is Saruman. I have no idea who Bricktop is, but I'm assuming it's like, some lady from an 80s band.
Oh, Gail, I thought I'd never see you again. Where have you been? I haven't heard from you in days. You... You mean to say you've lost your memory?
Yes, you must help me understand what happened.
4 days ago, you didn't come home from work. I called your office in security headquarters. They said that you and your partner, Dan, had gone out on an investigation and that they hadn't heard from you. That was all they could tell me. They couldn't find you anywhere. You disappeared without a trace. I was sick with worry. I ended up thinking that you'd been arrested by the militia and that they killed you.
No. Can't make me decoy. Fine. I was wondering. I was working on an investigation. So I'm a police officer?
You're an investigating agent in the Omikron police. You were working on some cases with your partner, Den.
Maybe Den knows something about my appearance.
When I realized you disappeared, I tried to find Den to ask him if he knew anything. But he disappeared too.
You know what cases I was investigating? Tell me about Den. If Den disappeared too, then there might be a link between our investigation and our disappearance. Why can't... That's an illegal dialogue choice? Do you know the cases of investigated before it disappeared? Oh. Tell me
I
about
hardly know
Dan.
anything about Den. All I know is that he's your partner and your best friend. Just before you disappeared, you were spending a lot of time together in the evenings.
You know what I was investigating before I disappeared? Oh. No. I can't progress the dialogue. I want you to know that's the sound of me. I... No, I saved. Thank God I saved. Alright. Suffering. I'm afraid I'm going to get cancelled by Twitch if I play David Bowie 50 million times. Alright, Indigo Prophecy is installed already. There is a suffering level that we will be not continuing with this game. I was going to say 5 crashes within the space of an hour, and, like, we're quickly approaching that. Lizard, if the game doesn't let me play it... Alright. So, like, we have Elliot Page as Frodo. We have Samwise Gamgees as, like, I don't know, Hugh Hefner. We have... No, Michael Cera. Michael Cera is Samwise Gamgee. We have... I want to say Michael Caine. Why would you say Ice Cube for Saruman? Kitty. What about Ice Cube? Pilot the police officer. He will have to do it.
Oh, Gail, I thought I'd never see you again. Where have you been? I haven't heard from you in days.
I don't know. I can't remember.
When I realized you...
Cases.
Oh, Gail, I'm so glad to have you back.
I think I skipped too far. We did it, everybody. We got through a dialogue. Hey there, baby. Wait. Hello, madam. Can we talk more? Are we dating? Oh my god, we are dating. I can't just jump on top of Telus like that. I'm not an animal. I wanted to say hello. Wait. Please don't tell me this. Oh my god. Cage. But I wanted to talk to her more. Okay, apparently we don't have amnesia. apparently, like, if your boyfriend is, like, asleep, or, like, eepy, or whatever the hell. I mean, she doesn't know that, though, which is the problem. We told her that we have amnesia.
You just got back and you're already leaving?
I have to find out what happened to me.
Kale, I love you.
I love you too, Dallas. Now, it'd be great if she's actually a spy who was sent to mess with us, and, like, she knows that we're not a real person either. That would actually be a really funny way to do this. Wait. So, for some reason, like, this guy is too much of a cuck, and, like, he needed, like, the player character to, like, enter into his body with your soul, and then, like, we have him in our body, where I'm assuming he's just, like, going to Tesco's and shopping for us.
Feeling sad and lonely, like life's just not worth living anymore? Fortunately, there's Cloak's beer. The very first swig will wake you up. Its inimitable taste will quench your thirst and
Hello,
flood your
what can I do
brain
for you?
with bubbles of happiness. So don't forget, Cloak's beer.
I like the sell aside of nothing, thanks.
When you're having more than one.
True, this is a Nomad Soul. I thought this was the PlayStation because we had, like, a robo right here, but never mind, apparently I was wrong. Okay. Open map. Kesar. Balasar. Alright, so while we're running around, I have more time to think. Yeah, David Cage is so brilliant. He understood that you need to envision your body as the spirit of the character. Alright. Who's, like, Aragorn? Do we have, like... I mean, who's a himbo in modern times? Who's a himbo that David Cage can afford? Actually, with all the blackmail material David Cage has, he obviously can afford a bunch of stuff. Thor? I was gonna go with David Beckham, or whatever the hell that dude is who played, No, Michael Cera is Samwise Gamgees for some reason. Henry Cavill, thank you, Lizard. I forgot Geralt's name for a minute. Is there something wrong with the television show? I thought it was good. Or I have heard it was good. I haven't seen any of it. Actually, the only Witcher content I've consumed is the third game. Arwen played by Gal Gadot, understandable. Hello, robot servant. If you find this mech button active in the public place, please take it to the nearest police center. Season 1 was largely acceptable. I'm sorry to hear that. Commander Godhar's unit. Voodum. Elrond. Who's the my line has ended guy? We could have Bob Ford be the president of Gondor, Because he's not doing too well. Denethor. We could have Denethor be played by Robert Ford. Spanish Harry Potter's best friend? I have the feeling I need to rewatch Lord of the Rings in the not too distant future.
Well, well, a ghost. Everybody thought you were dead, Kale. Me more than anyone. To tell you the truth, I'm a little disappointed.
Why? You know the circumstances surrounding the disappearance of Den and myself? Sorry to let you down. Would you rather I hadn't come back?
You and Den are just second-rate cops on the take and unworthy to wear the uniform. If I were in Commandant Gandar's place, I'd have thrown you off the force years ago.
I need to understand how Den and I disappeared last week. Do you know anything about it?
What do you expect me to know? You seem to be having memory problems. Are you sure your intellectual faculties allow you to continue your work?
I mean, do we know what the side effects of crack cocaine are, though, Kitty? Is it one of those drugs that makes you a bit randy? Because then that would work as well for having Bob Ford be Denethor as well. Wait, does someone have against eating tomatoes? Is that, like, illegal in a case? Wait. You know what? I don't think I have ever even seen, like, a pizza. No, there's a pizza in Heavy Rain at the very beginning that you feed your child with. You shouldn't be aggressive like that. It's bad for your blood pressure.
Come on now, get out of my office. You bore me.
Why do I have the feeling that this guy's actually a relevant actor? Oh no. What's Mystery of the Druids? It's an adventure game? Why does it seem somewhat familiar? Suddenly, wait, no, I think I remembered watching someone play that. They watched Jesse Cox play that? Obviously, we unlock a box with a gun. It was Jake that I saw play it. Alright. 1, 2... Probably did 5. Body of certain Maya 121 found in an alleyway of Adirondack. 2 victims of 15 less than 2 weeks. The bodies were horribly maimed. Case unsolved. Pickpocketing. We were probably investigating a serial killer. Our enlightened guide, Legate Angus Reshev. That would have been a good Cage game! If we had David Cage doing a Psycho Cop, it would have been amazing. Transfer to multiplan. Multiplan notice. I want my money. We'll put away the large met kit. Whatever the hell that is. We'll keep the gun. And we're giving away the cannoli. Computer display of 1 in post, there's nothing very interesting. It's not anger, I just wish David Cage made a game where, like, we had a space dementia cop. You know what? What is your advice, video game? That would have been so good. The Zone 52. His bar is the heart of sneak smuggling case. Order to arrest him. Oh, and magic rings are used to get advice. I understand. In this game?
Agent Investigator Kale 669. Report to Captain Leah's office immediately. The captain is expecting you.
So I think at this point, the David Cage version of this has turned a bit wacky. Leia. Simulator room, detention cells, surveillance room, Captain Leia. No. That cannot be. They would never do that. They would never be that evil. Hello, Captain Princess Leia.
Agent Kale 669. I expect an explanation for your disappearance.
I can't remember anything, Captain. I have no memories of the last week. I can't tell you anything for the moment, Captain. I'm gonna try to understand what happened.
Surely you must have some idea of what happened.
The player character? I think they're just meant to be a full-on self-insert. Which means, Decoy is right, I do have to read his dialogue. Not yet, but I have reason to believe our disappearance is linked with the affair Den and I are investigating. I'd like to know why this case was classified confidential.
You've been taken off the case. Commandant Gander himself gave the order.
Why did Gandahar have the case classified as confidential?
No doubt the Commandant has his reasons, and it is not your place to question them. You are here to obey orders, and not to conduct your personal investigations.
Certain Den's death is related to the gaze.
That's enough. I won't hide from you that you are the subject of considerable suspicion in this affair. There's no question of you continuing the investigation until the matter has been explained.
Are you accusing me of murdering my partner?
Your inability to provide a coherent explanation for your disappearance works against you.
Thomas Brody Sangster? I see. What are my orders?
I've decided to give you another case. Go and interrogate this prisoner, and let me have your report as soon as you've finished. You'll find all the information you need in the folder, along with your mission orders to get into the cell. Dismissed.
Very well, Captain. Jenna apartment key. Detention dossier. Mission order. Alright. It doesn't work. Okay, examine it then. Authorized to interrogate the detention cells. Copy. The detention dossier. Henry Callahan voice, he's tough copper anymore. Is the Henry Callahan voice something like this?
a hard-boiled detective that's looking at a future of, a couple of fingers of whiskey every minute and a 6-iron to his lung.
Jenna 712 suspected of belonging to terrorist sect The Awakened and having acted on their behalf. Sabotaging Zone 4 Weather Center, accused name and sync number were found in the multi-plan terminal. Leader of the cross-examination as a member of the Awakened. Alrighty. So we need to go to detention cells and probably the archive room. Though the archives, I don't know if we'll be able to access. Yeah, no, this is David Cage's first game, so I'm assuming he didn't get too randy with it. William Shatner's Tech War? So I'm gonna guess this is the archives then. Yeah, that's the archive. Can't believe William Shatner sold his soul to the devil like that. Alright, so... Mission order.
Can I see your orders?
Here they are.
Here they are.
Very well, everything is in order. I'll lead you to the prisoner. Follow me.
I mean, you can add it to the list, Kitty. I don't think I limited the number of redeems you get. It's too bad. Hello.
Can you confirm your name, age, and occupation?
My name is Jenna 712. I'm 24 cycles old. I'm a cargo pilot. I transport merchandise for the Tetra Trust.
Where were you on the day War Weather Center was attacked?
I was at work as usual. I was transporting spare slider parts to Lahore. My logbook proves it.
What do you know about someone called Carol? Have you any witnesses other than your logbook?
No, I work alone on my cargo. I was flying between Anekba and Lahore at the time of the attack.
You could have just, easily taken part in the attack and then gone back to your cargo to finish your delivery.
Yeah, I suppose I could have, but I didn't.
What do you know about someone named Carol?
I met him once. I know almost nothing about him.
How did you meet Carol?
In a bar, it was a while ago. I came in for a drink after work and he started to chat me up. I must have given him my name just to be left in peace. Maybe he kept it on his multi-plan.
Carol's had your sneak number. How do you give it to him to get rid of him?
I don't know how he got it, but I didn't give it to him. You'd be surprised what lengths a man can go to just to get a woman's number.
Speaking of which, what are you doing after this, baby? My bag can fit another girl or two. You know about Carol's illegal activities?
No. I don't imagine it's the type of thing he tells complete strangers.
Oh, very well, thanks. The investigation is over.
Are you going to condemn me?
I can't tell you anything for this moment.
We need to investigate her house. I get a number when you possess her BF? True.
Hello, Kale? Can we have lunch together today?
Good idea.
Meet me at the restaurant in Tahira Street. Hurry up. I'll be waiting.
Surveillance room, ventilator room, main entrance. Like, everybody's falling apart. But, Kitty, for your ad.
My name is David Cage, and I am here to talk to you about my next cinematic masterpiece. Lord of the Rings was previously made by a fool and an incompetent in regards to the movie. I bring to you the light of the world in glorious.
Why is Cage Russian? Why am I making him Russian? I guess I can't do a French accent right now in my diminished state.
The glorious pixels brought to you by one of my favorite actors, Elliot Page. Starring as Frodo, as they quest across the world in order to toss a ring into lava. But the lava, you see, is actually the opinions of my enemies, who believe that I only make worse games, and all of their hate and anger have crafted a monster that is almost as evil as the one from Fern Gully. Yes.
We'll do lunch and then we'll do the other thing.
In order to be helped on this quest, Gandalf uses all of the magic stored in his boobs.
The Elliot Page nudes. Alright. What else is Lord of the Rings about?
We're going to have Ice Cube fight Ice-T as they realize that they must work together to become the one Gandalf. And as after their fight, they merge together in an Animorph and become Grandalf, the OG-san. And help Elliot Page, who is Frodo, and Michael Cera, who is Samwise Gamgee, to quest across the land, using their boat made entirely of liquid.
Hey, hon.
I'm glad you could make it. I ordered your favorite dish, sham steak. Eat it before it gets cold.
Great, I'm starving.
So, did you find out anything about what happened to you?
I'm not sure if it's related. I'm sure it's related to the case I was working on.
And what about Dan? Did you see him?
Dan's dead. We were working together when he was killed. I should be dead too.
Oh, Kale. You still have no idea why you disappeared?
No, which makes me the ideal suspect.
You mean they suspect you of killing Dan? That's impossible. You couldn't have done that. You have to prove your innocence.
The only way is to find the real murderer. They've taken the case away from me.
Looks like there are people who don't want you to know what happened on the night of your disappearance. You know, I really think you have to start over from scratch with the investigation you were working on with Den before you disappeared.
You're right, I'll continue the investigation.
Be careful, Kale. You may already know too much. I don't want to lose you again.
Tails, I have something important to tell you. I'm not...
Agent Kale 669, come in.
Agent Gale here, what's up?
There's a holdup going on in the supermarket in your sector. 8 armed robbers have been reported. They may be hostages. Go immediately to 816 Zodir Street. Reinforcements are on the way. Over.
Sorry, Tails, I've gotta go. There's a holdup in progress.
Take this talisman. You gave it to me before you disappeared. You said it would protect me. Now you might need it.
Thanks, see you later.
Okay, we have this. We need to go to supermarket on Zodir Street, which is over there. Goblin? Insane game dev that's basically mega racist? What did he do? Is he like is he the person who's behind all the Hitler lewd games on Steam? 'Cause that would be a really weird way to go. You're a Russian goblin man. No, I've seen weirder things in my day. Am I in the right spot? Oh no, very much not. Okay. I don't know, like I don't know where to take it other than like Goofy. Like there's something that feels like I'm missing in regards to like David Cage doing the Lord of the Rings. I mean, he would have to do like the most obvious like slop version of it. So like whatever themes there are, it would be made even more obvious than it was previously, and oh, I see. The Russian gentleman on Mega Crack. Because that's like not a really... That's not even like... That's beyond the pale of illogical. Oh, what is this?
The regeneration beam is already doing its work. You'll be all right. Take a medikit as soon as possible and eat. Your strength will return.
And he didn't give me a med kit. What? Well, it seems like we killed one guy and then the fight ended. I can't, Wick. I can only go left or right. This is like worse controls than GoldenEye. Like, I don't understand why Monsieur Cage thought this was a good idea. Who am I to question the maestro, though? I mean, might be summarily executed for wrongthink. The mouse does do nothing. I'm pretty sure it does nothing. Wait, I thought David Cage was just regular French. Is he Quebecois? Oh no. Truly chaotic evil. Okay, thank God he's just regular evil. I don't know, like, there are a lot of weird game devs. Alright, you know what, we took this with a W. Police reinforcements still have come. There are more David robbers involved to hold up. Strange that I was sending a death trap on companies. If they wanted to kill me, they couldn't have picked a better way. I mean, I did die, effectively. I guess we go to Jenna's apartment now. Oh, was that the talisman that we picked up and now doesn't work? No, it's still there. Alright, so we do this way to Jenna's apartment. No. No, that can't be true. How do I... So I left hand... I mean, I'm already not using the mouse head as is. So you shift over to... Oh, Cage. Alright, so we have a space Toblerone. Oh, it is actually literally... Oh, that's what I should go. I should get a goddamn Toblerone tomorrow. Omikron news. Good guy David Cage. Wait, was Brexit the reason why Toblerones got worse? I thought they were a Swiss company who made the Rones. Why can I not look at the news? Okay. Why is her apartment so much worse than ours? I mean, obviously we have to do it here. Hey, what's this underneath? Small key Jenna. Well, the reason why I found that is because I was trying to piss in a suspect's boudoir. Yeah. Okay. So we have a money, we have large med kit, and we have a note. Nothing else. What's on the note? From light comes... Mondelez International? Wait, that's an American company! Are we the bad guys? Are we the reason why Toblerones went to the Shadow Realm? I mean, I'm still in the market for such a thing. Transfer news. Training center ad. And then we'll continue on. So technically I am about to be bamboozled by this, but I have the Welly upgrade scenario for my computer to be planned out before I do anything that would use less. Though I need to get a new processor. I'll have to regrettably upgrade the Windows 11. And then other stuff. It says Jenna Apartment's still there, so I probably missed something. What could I have possibly missed? Probably who we use for such things would be my guess. I mean, we have to justify burning all of our VC money if we're a tech bro. Alright, look in the couch. Nothing in wherever the hell that is. Bed, no. Chair, no. We cleared out the toilet. It could be we're going to need to re-reference this, but like, what is David Cage as a person? He's a person who thinks up video game ideas and... Actually, has he made... Wait a second here. There's something behind this. Yeah. He's the modern Michelangelo. Oh no. You've fallen for the Cage propaganda. I mean, no, seriously, what do I do here? I am now convinced I need to turn off the lights. But I don't know what my interactables are. I can't shoot it. Is there any light switch in here? Door buttons don't count. We could also just not have the resources yet, but that'd be weird if they send us on a quest to do this without anything. But David Cage, as a person, allegedly, is like someone who does bad things. So like, I think rather than focusing on actors, we need to focus on like themes. So what is like Lord of the Rings about? Lord of the Rings is the quest to defeat the great, I don't want to say the great Satan, but the great evil of Bar good to go, so we'll go there. The great evil of something. And he... of, like, industry and whatnot, and is probably about, like, the Dark Lord of Dark Lords. He's, like, obviously a David Cage rendition of it would be probably making, like, everybody, like, a peasant farmer. So, like, rather than having, like, a wizard, other guy, and another guy, you would have, like, everybody be different versions of, like, a peasant. So, like, I don't know, Gandalf would be... Gandalf would be a... what's, like... Gandalf would be, like, the local apothecary. You would have, like, Samwise and Frodo be, like, farmers. You would have Aragorn be, like, the bailiff. And all that stuff. And literally it's just a quest of these people overthrowing the monarchy. And, like, in normal David Cage fashion, like, it turns out, like, the king isn't just that bad of a king, it's just, like, a dude. Because normally, like, the villains that he has are either hyper bad or just, like, why are you the bad guy? So, like, it'll be... you would have, like, the bad guy would just be, like, attempting to raise taxes in order to, like, fund a bridge construction. And you would have, like, the evil bad guy be, like, I don't know, like, the local innkeeper who's, like, putting, I don't know, like, to make a callback to modern medical advances, like, fish semen into everybody's beer.
Investigating Agent Carol 669. I have orders to arrest Lothar 442. You'd better follow me without causing any trouble.
The regeneration beam is already doing its work. You'll be all right. Take a medikit as soon as possible and eat. Your strength will return quickly.
A little more, an investigating agent would end the search to improve my shooting skills and training if I survive a bit longer in this world. I think we won't. Mission solved. Oh god, it won't let me open the map. I came over as a failure of game design indeed. I mean, if you just make the game utter ass, I mean, it's not really that big of a deal, right? How has this only been an hour? How? Like, what baffles me is, like... yeah, that's flying far too close to the sun, kitty. A game written by David Cage, designed by Peter Molyneux, with the game director being Todd Howard. I don't even want to imagine how bad that would be. Like, what would it even be about? Oh, that could be Elder Scrolls 6! Elder Scrolls 6 has the plot devised by David Cage. Todd Howard is still in his role of game director. And like all of the level designs are by Peter Molyneux. Actually, like other than the writing, that actually might not be that bad. Because the only reason why Fable was iffy was because they overpromised and underdelivered, but like it was overall fine. Actually, that's another game we should have on a long playlist. Oh, my head is falling apart. That's another game we should have on a long playlist. Is Fable. Because I've always wanted to play it again, and play the Lost Chapter specifically, because that's all I have available. I mean, I think because we're on baby mode, did Peter Molyneux not do his job the first time? It's part of Welly not being familiar with the lore of the world. Yeah, this is where we need to go. What was the last game he made? Some EA scam. Oh yeah, didn't he make some like dumb like block remover game? Yet people still give him money.
Well, Agent Kale, do you think Jenna 712 is guilty?
Yeah, one is good. Is woman guilty? She had a secret corridor, and she had, like, a note, so we're going to send her to Camp Meow Meow.
Right. We agree with you. You can go about your business. Oh, do me a favor. Get me a cup of coil. Dying of thirst.
Right, Captain.
So, we have... Actually, where the hell am I gonna get a cup of coil? Is there a break room? Maintenance workshop... restroom. We're looking for the yellow door. K-pop? Oh god, that's what I should do today. I should do, I should go to Little Korea and Little Japantown and go grab a whole bunch of, pork bun and stuff like that I've been wanting to do for years now, and I haven't. So it's getting to the point where if I can't find it, I'm gonna have to learn how to make it on my own goddamn own.
Thanks. Dismissed.
Alright, what do we do now? Kale is blue. I mean, you gotta have it in there. Everybody loves mouth noises. Now the snap, crackle, pop. Advice. I wonder what dossier, confidential... Okay. So to verify, we have 6 rings. If I go over here, I save, I have... No. Oh, we do have a finite number of resources.
You again? What do you want?
Do you know how to access a confidential folder?
I'm fed up answering your petty little questions. Now get out of my office. You again?
I still have some questions to ask.
I'm fed up answering your... You
Nothing. I was leaving. Thanks again for the warm reception.
Okay, this is... Sharnet tournament. I mean, I would probably cry. We will steal this person's food and then proceed to eat it. Now I'm a growing boy. Wait, where... Do I only have chocolate? Huh? What? I would be very sad if this is something I ever got as a gift. Thankfully, people largely listen to me in regards to what gifts that Welly got. I never played Baldur's Gate 2, or Baldur's Gate, Gate 1. I heard they're good, but they were not involved in Welly Brain. Alright, we're gonna have to goblin this. Advice... Bye. 2 paths lead to the truth. First by soothing to sleep she who holds the key. Second by eliminating the guards. As a reward, choose the more difficult path. Oh, we already fucked it. Okay, so... Had it, but didn't ever bother to install it for some reason. I mean, it's always a time for now. So we quite literally needed to find sleeping pills and then drug the captain. So archives are in green. To defeat the guards. How do you defeat the guards? Is it just like fight a giant ass robot? I don't even know where to get roofies, Blobber. We're a good detective. So I take out my gun. No. The control unit in the archives consultation room. I mean, we are the good guy. Hello, Captain Dracula. The evidence locker? We have an evidence locker? Problem is, Blubber, I don't know if we are still able to do that. We just get her another drink? Surveillance room which wanders the city. Restroom is where we got the K-pop. Detention cells. Here's whatever the hell this is, the workshop? You look like an upstanding citizen.
Hey, how's it going? Sorry, I'm on my way.
True. I mean, police chiefs love drugs. I mean, you know, they have a nice little bit of Peruvian marching powder in their briefcase most of the time, as is the honorable thing to do. We're basically just getting the main character arrested. And that's why we don't do interdimensional soul magic, kids. Because sometimes what's on the other side, it shouldn't be here. I don't know how to initiate combat is the issue. We can't talk to El Jefe. What do we do? I mean, obviously we could go to a drugstore, because there are drugstores, and buy sleeping medicine. But we'll probably have to revert to an earlier save then, and I'm very worried about that one. There's a drugstore right here.
Yes, can I help you?
Sad and lonely, like life's just not worth living anymore. Fortunately, there's Kloop's beer.
Goodbye.
Very first swig will witch you up. Its inimitable taste will quench your thirst and flood your brain with bubbles of happiness. So don't forget, Kloop's beer, the one beer to have when you're having more than one.
Hell yeah. I'm certainly feeling sad, though that has nothing to do with being lonely. More to do with David Cage enforcing his mind upon me. Right, this is the morgue. We're at the point where I feel I need to open up a guide in order to play this game, and while I'm willing to do that for the clock towers. I don't know if this is a good one to do that, because this game's runtime is allegedly 14 hours. That leaves me very worried. Let's take a look at our controls. We can't initiate combat. And this is what Kitty was talking about, which has me worried. Fight controls. I don't believe I did. Maybe in a different timeline we did. We'll go to another drugstore and then look at the thing. I don't recall a prescription being a thing on there, though you might be correct. What does the gun shop give us, though?
Hello. May I get you something?
Sad and lonely, like life's just not worth living anymore? Fortunately, there's Kloop's beer. The very first swig
Have a nice
will
day.
wake you up. Its inimitable taste will quench your thirst.
Why are they advertising beer in a gun store? The society is truly fallen. I guess I can't say one thing.
Electroprosthesis? Titanium arm? How about a biomechanical penis implant?
What?
Just one way to go. By Constant Biological Implants. The lowest prices in Omikron and exceptional service. And if there's ever a problem, we replace the defective part in less than 48 hours. On special now. If you buy a cybernetic arm, Konsu will give you one free finger. So why wait? Buy Konsu. Konsu, the implants you never get rid of.
You want a mega penis? Buy Kansu.
Yeah, we have no ad. Or we have no prescription. We have a flyer. We have Jenna's note, which I don't know how to take advantage of. We can examine the things we currently have in our inventory.
Do you want a retinal electroprosthesis?
Hell yeah, dog.
Titanium arm?
Omikron. Oh my god.
One way to go. Buy Constant Biological Implants. The lowest prices in Omicron and exceptional service. And if there's ever a problem, we replace the defective part in less than 48 hours. On special now. If you buy a cybernetic arm, Konsu will give you one free finger. So why wait? Buy Konsu.
I guess we gotta go to that band. We have music band that we need to attend. I mean, obviously, David Cage is trying to give the people what they want by, you know, allowing them to have a bigger pecker or more advanced and intelligrated booba. Oh god, that is giving me the horrific thought of what devices are people going to make and have in, like, are we actually going to have sex implants in, like, 30 years? Like, I know Cyberpunk 2077 has that joke, and, you know, David Cage has that joke here, but, like, how is that going to work? Is it going to be, like, an adjustable length dong, or adjustable size, like, booba on the fly? I mean, I guess it's not wrong. You could have your very own articulated horse slong with you know, haptic feedback. Yet another example of our timeline turning into oblivion. Does it say sex? What? No, that's sex. There's literally a sex shop right here. At the very least, it should be vibrating. Does it do a neigh with every stroke as well? Or a whinny? Or whatever the hell horse noises are? Oh. Hello. The Nixon cock. No, that's... nothing, thanks. No! The VOD gets...
Naked eyes. I should have kept you. I should have tried. I should have been a wiser kind of guy. I miss you. Give me wings. Give me space. Give me money for a change of face. Those noisy rooms and passion pens. I loved you. Where's the morning in my life? Where's the sense in staying right? Who said time is on my side? I've got ears and eyes and nothing in my life, but I'll survive your naked eyes. I'll survive. You alone across the floor. You and me and nothing more. You're the great mistake I never made. I never lied to you. I hated when you lied. And I'll survive your naked eyes. I'll survive. Little boys, all snowy white, razzle dazzle clubs every night. Wish I'd sent a Valentine.
Wick. Please. God. No.
Naked eyes, I'll survive. I'll survive. My naked eyes.
Why didn't I buy a bottle of... I need to buy a bottle of gin before we go into our next stream. Yeah, I was thinking I could get a bottle of absinthe as well, and I've never had a cannabinoid product, kitty. Oh, I can't even talk to him? Well, I guess that's too much money. Okay. What was the plot relevance of this? True. I need to go into that 18 dickety 2 tier energy, dog. God, I hope none of this is copywritten. Knowing that in fact is copywritten. Hey there, baby. Do you want to go do a sex? No, I guess we're in a happily related marriage. Well, how about you? You wanna go get some of that, uh, the, mecha dong action? Know your place, blood. Yeah. Alright, apparently we're not allowed to seduce the local individuals here. You're not married, your body is. True. Did we go to the sex shop? Oh my god. I actually kind of want to see what David Cage thinks is a good idea for this. That's probably what he said when this entire concept was envisioned. Oh no, they meant to say it's over here. My question is, how do we fight? Damn, we can't scurb the happily engaged couple. Alright. What do we do? Seriously, what do we do? I'm honestly happy. The prescription's in my girlfriend's apartment? Did we not grab it in the new timeline? I don't mind not doing I don't mind not grabbing the prescription. It's just who am I supposed to fight? Like, what's the harder route that they're saying, like, oh, obviously it's a greater challenge and honor to you if you do the combat. But like, I can't I pull out my gun on the robot and the game's like, no, you cannot pull out your gun. Can we gun the captain? Actually, we're gonna gun the captain first. Actually, no, we'll grab the prescription, then we'll try and pull a Glock on the captain. Also, thank you, Kitty. I am worried about a couple of things, though, in addition to that. A, we don't have enough money. We only have $100 dues. And is that the prescription, the thing that I saw earlier? And I was like, oh yeah, I should pick that up, and then immediately forgot. Now that's a note on rings. Nothing there. Do we do a hey baby? We do not do a hey baby. I've already looted that. Is it in the toilet? That's a shower. Why do all of David Cage's games have you either have to or have the ability for you to, like, expel goo from your body? Oh, I understand now. Because, like, there's the make the main character, or make the dad naked scene, and then he goes pee, and then takes a shower in, not Detroit, but, what do you call it? Heavy Rain. Then there is the whole kerfuffle in what's the one after that? Did Nick all her stuff? Yeah, we're robbing her blind. You know, gotta show Sweetie that we love her. No, but like, it is one of the weird things about video games is when you, like, introduce bodily functions into it. It's like, one of the things that weirds me out in Abiotic Factor is like, hey, you gotta poop? It's not us, it's her boyfriend. I mean, what is it? How do we make that unfortunate? My body's girlfriend? I mean, it's a way, like, to, you know, be friendly to it for a moment, is, like, it is a way to, like, kind of acquire things, right? Like, rather than having to, have a farming element. Oh, we actually can go in the bookstore. Because, you know, a lot of these kind of things have difficulty in terms of, like, renewable agriculture stuff. Maybe? Yeah. Ark is the same way. It's one of the things I found.
Can I help you?
I found most baffling about Ark. So we need to remember that we could potentially go back to Jenna's if we're able to turn out the lights in her apartment, I'm guessing. You're not wrong. It's like stomach gurgling mainly though, right? Hmm. It's been a week or two since I last played Abiotic Factor, so I don't really remember anything about the game other than things are happening. Dossier archives? Dossier for closed cases will be transmitted to storage to the archival department on -3. Agents are forbidden to... Only Captain Leia and Commandant Gandahar are authorized to look at these dossiers. We have the galactic financial crisis. Right, Captain Leia is over by Robo-Man. So first off, can we gun her? No. So instead, we have to give her...
I didn't know you were so attentive, Agent Kao. Thanks for your kindness. I just finished my last cup.
Some fast-acting sedatives. That might have killed her. Though we're going to steal her crappy sandwich. Okay, so we stole Princess Leia's police badge, and what else is there in here? So actually, Blobber, are you still here right now? I have a question for you. She deserves it after all the slurping. After the redacted concussion. So, you know, the Christmas cage match. That's fine. Given the fact that you did Heavy Rain, the one after that, and the one after that, have you ever been curious to, like, you know, play through any of the other cage games? Are you happy you dodged a bullet with this one? I do feel bad for Police Inspector Detective Leia. The font is impressive. Classified files are stocked here. You'd want a font mod. That is more than fair. Nothing in particular. Memo, this no consultation without specified thing. Okay. Tetra Trust. Russian Medical Services. Genetic modifications, universe lesion. I'm actually kind of surprised. This one is the least Cage-like of all the Cage games. Sexual harassment complaint. Okay. We did get a note about dossier archives. Do we need to use her police badge yet again? No. This dossier is confident, no consultation without anything else. Did we get more information through that? It feels like we just got the same amount of information we did previously. Alleyway and Enekba. Oh, Zone 42 morgue. Okay, so we did get the information we needed. That actually scared the hell out of me. Alright, so now... do we still have her keycard on us? Because, like, what I'd imagine is you'd want to... no. What I would have imagined is you'd want to return her keycard before she woke up, so you don't go to, like, space jail. Apparently you're just Gucci to go. Alright, so now we need to go to the morgue. So how old was David Cage when he did this? Given the fact he'd been in the industry for 15 years, I'd imagine he's in his early 30s. So David Cage made this when he was roughly the age I am now. It's actually kind of weird to put it in that perspective.
Can I help you, sir?
Wait, he'd been doing composition work since he was 15?
I'm investigating Agent Gale 669. I'd like to see Meditech Udin, please.
Meditech Udin is in the crematorium. It's the door to your left.
Thanks.
A very evil-looking crematorium.
Hello, Meditech Udin. I have come for the results of the autopsies.
In all my career as a Meditech coroner, it's the first time I see bodies in such a state. They were ripped to pieces, probably by teeth or claws. Parts of them were even devoured, eaten raw.
Was death instantaneous?
No. That's probably the most horrible part. The murderer seems to have enjoyed making the victims suffer without killing them.
Is investigating Agent Den's body still here? Did you learn anything about the murders?
The murderer has supernatural strength and is capable of inhuman savagery. But he's no fool. He didn't leave a single trace for us to pick up on. It's as if he's literally disappeared.
I can't believe I reincarnated. I can't believe I, Frenchman von Music Man, died after being hit by a cabbage caravan and was reincarnated into the body of a French composer in the late 1900s? Are you saying that David Cage is an isekai character? Oh, it makes so much sense. It's why he survives. He has literal plot armor. We're in his isekai.
Yes. It's in the cold room.
What was the exact cause of death?
The cause of death is always the same. Heart attack. The suffering was so great that in the end, the heart couldn't take it.
Did you notice anything unusual about the bodies?
Yes. The eyes were always open and rolled back. It looks as if the life force was literally drained out of the poor unfortunates.
I'd like to examine one of the bodies.
I've just finished my autopsy on the last body. You can examine it if you feel you can stomach the sight.
Thanks for your help, Meditech Uden.
To cycle back though, to finish the ad for Kitty, we have David Cage basically.
My name is David Cage, and I am here to talk to you about my newest work, inspired by the creations of Tolkien. In a world beset by corrupt nobles and maniacal magistrates, we have the Fellowship of the Staff. Comes out to bring justice to the world.
And then you have like a angry mob with all of the actors and actresses we've talked about earlier, just kind of like marching together in like their peasant gear. Like Gandalf with his big naturals, like is holding like entire pots worth of like, I guess, acid. Because we're going to put like the magistrate in acid. And you know, that's kind of going on in the background. You know, got your torches, you got some pitchforks, you got some other stuff. And then you have, you know, the march upon the castle. You see, our, you know, the king whose name is like, like Mildred Castle, where you have, Saren, like, King Saren doing there. There's like just an epic battle as the commentary continues with,
In the fight against good and evil, it is the journey through the walls of the castle, using the fine pixels of art to create a new vision of the future and masterpiece.
and it continues, and you have like a whole shenaniganized Scooby-Doo adventure as they're like chasing the King Saren through different doors, and like everybody's like all mixed out about.
And channeling the hatred they had for them, a unique bespoke magic appeared, and lava was born. And using this lava, they tossed the king into the ash of the fire.
And that's how they killed Sauron. And then they toss, I don't know, like, some blonde kid in to represent the ring. Could have been, like, the surprise bad guy. And then...
Happiness will reign on the land after the justice is done.
And then you have just, like, everybody living in roses. And, like, you have President Bilbo Baggins taking the storm, and then like he's I don't know, he's taken down by a tomato being thrown at him. I don't know. That feels like the Cage rendition of it, or like if he were to adapt it. I think that is what the true character of the hour would be. All right, Kitty. Is that what you? Is that what your brain had in mind? The true horrors of a David Cage rendition? Den is our partner. Oh, poor guy. Den's body is in a bad state. His sneak is damaged and lying beside his arm. Out of order. More visions. What's the connection with Dan? I guess we'll just grab everybody to see if there is something we can grab from it. Dagothers Corpus got him. Actually, speaking of which, does anybody know who, like, how the progress of Morrowind Oblivion conversion is going in Elder Scrolls 4 Remastered? Because I think I'd like to do our return to Oblivion in that, or Morrowind, in that, if at all possible. But if it's not, we will do, like the Oblivion expanded map. Or what is it? Like, there's a map expansion mod for Morrowind that is novel. No, I was seeing if we could get any more corpse knowledge by just, like, looking at everybody else's dead body, but the answer is no. Alright, analyzer of organic samples. That is actually probably going to be relevant later, and I should remember that. Ugh. What are you? Surgical instrument. Are we going to autopsy someone? Oh god. There seems to be something in one of the nails left hand. Impossible to disengage it. Wait, Tamriel Reborn, I think, is what I'm thinking of. But they have a Morrowind thing that gives more insight into the other provinces? I didn't know that. Wait, if that's true, I might... Oh god. Are we really going to go back to Morrowind like this? You managed to extract something. Corpse sample. Okay. And... Anvil is where the Bredens are from, right? What provinces are available? From a non-human being? Oh god. Uh... Apparently, where Gray Fox was the prince. Wait, no, Anvil. That's right. That's one of the cities in Cyrodiil. I'm thinking of Hammerfall or Hammerfell. Okay, so we know that there is a sneak that needs to be repaired. Get information off of it, and we didn't finish at the morgue? What else do we got going on here? Look at the body again. All the bones have been broken. Face has been lacerated. There's practically nothing left. Nothing here. What about the feet? Legs are covered in deep wounds. What does the Rings of Power think I can do right now? The answer to that is advice. At 9010 Palisar Boulevard. Yeah, I'd appreciate it, Basil. I've been looking to an excuse to play Morrowind as of late. I wanted to do MP with a friend of mine, but his Linux does not allow him to use the launcher, which is sad. Yeah. I might even learn how we do the mechanics, because apparently that's what I'm doing these days, rather than just like freewheeling through the game. I learn how to play them mechanically. That way we don't have to like suffer fighting having the fist the Nord to death. It takes 45 minutes. Oh, I took the entire wrong way. If Cyrodiil Skyrim... Well, I've played all of the Elder Scrolls, Blobber. Well... I played 3, 4, 5... Daggerfall, Arena, and Redguard. I don't... Morrowind I can play because of nostalgia. Redguard might be too old for me. Or at least I'm afraid it might be too old for me. I guess she's a dancer at Harvey's bar? I'm surprised it would run like a potato. At the very least, we can do it on it can't be that bad. Ugh. Right, where's your dancers?
Hey, dude, what do you want?
I mean, it was like 609 team? Like, is she at the peep show? Because that's where I would have dancers. I'd have dancers at a peep show. Oh god. Alright, so we know David Cage is an ass man. No. Alright, in honor, we will... I don't believe in neglecting any possible tricks, but I don't believe there's any clues at the bottom of the bowl. It won't let us pee! Denton, you can't go into the woman's restroom like that. And it won't let us go into the ladies' restroom. Hey there, baby. It is forbidden to speak to the dancing girls? Alrighty. Hey, I'm looking for a girl called Anissa. Name ring a bell with you?
Don't know her. You want a drink?
Give me a double Yuki.
That'll be 20 settings.
By the way, isn't a 4th degree license needed to sell Yuki?
Check for yourself. Everything's legal. I got nothing to hide.
I don't doubt it. Perhaps some of my colleagues down at Security HQ are less trustful than I am.
Alright. No need to get excited. Anissa's that girl dancing over there.
Thanks for being so helpful. Hey there, Mamacita. Like to ask some questions about the murder you witnessed? Follow me.
I've already told you all I know. You mustn't come back here questioning me. The boss keeps giving me dirty looks. I could get fired.
You must repeat what you told me the last time. I promised to leave you alone after that.
It was 2 weeks ago. As usual, I was going home from work late when I heard a horrible scream coming from an alleyway. I was scared, so I hid. I've seen a lot of weird things at night, you know.
What'd you do then?
A couple of seconds later, a man came out of the alley. He was the police officer. He got up on his bike slider and disappeared. I went into the alley, and that's how I found the body. It was in a terrible state. There was blood everywhere, and...
Are you alright?
Yes. It's just that I'm not used to seeing the dead.
Do you remember anything else?
There's something else. I didn't want to mention it the first time you and your partner came. You see, I was afraid I might get into trouble.
You can trust me.
I found a piece of paper in the alleyway. The murderer must have lost it in the confusion. I picked it up before the police came.
What was on the paper?
I couldn't understand what was written on it. It looked like some kind of code.
Did you keep the paper?
Of course. I hid it in my dressing room.
I must see this paper.
Give me a second to change. I'll show you the paper.
Very well, I'll wait for you here.
How do I break it open? I don't think David Cage should ever be allowed to make an open world game again, is my actual opinion on the caging. We have a corpse sample. We use our police badge. We use the talisman. How do I break open the door? Oh. Well, she's definitely dead. I can't leave this area, which means I have to have something available on me to do it. It's not the gun. Is there like a control I'm missing? Space doesn't work, enter doesn't work. L didn't work, sneak didn't work, so it's none of our adventure mode things. Gotten my phone off of my charger. Do we need to grab a pipe? No. All the other doors are locked. We can't grab a pipe. And we don't have an object to bash open the door with that is sensible. So, what item could I be missing? Alright. Omikron. Guide. I'm curious how far the way through the game is. I'm guessing we're like 1/6. But fighting, saving, other walkthrough, Enigma, secrets. Oh, sliders how you fast travel. Alright. Thief leader, yeah, we failed this entirely. And run to see shop with white walls. You see inside. Where's Yuki? Table to the left. Babble a bit. Go to room to get a paper. Hello, scream. Now go up to the gray thing next to the door and use your waiver on it. And this will... Wait, we did use the gun! No, it's even worse than an Overblood incident, Rusty, where, like, I used the gun in the wrong pixel. And this is dead. There's something around her neck. Looks like a little key. Den's card. Medium med kit. And what are you wowing for, Basil? Nothing special. She said she hid it in here. So I'm going to guess... Doesn't work. Pixel precise aiming? Yeah! David Cage is an expert of precising the full spectrum of man and his heart. No, but the suffering counter is how many times we've had to reload the game and lost substantial amounts of progress because of the game being goofy. She said she hid it in her dressing room, which means it is in here. But the only obvious places where the key would be used are... maybe it's in the cupboard. Okay. If it's not on the left, and it's not there, where would I do it? I mean, we'll probably just have to go... What? I thought that was a dream. I was right, but in the wrong order, apparently. Alright, let's see what this little paper is. Examine. 4th of the 2nd, 3rd of the 5th, the last of the 1st, 2nd of the last. Okay, and then we have Den's card. Tell me if I need to remember anything. Home, apartment, Sham Street. Do you see the police officer that just ran out? Alright, apparently we can't investigate that. Why? Oh, it is a David Cage game. 4th of the 2nd. 3rd of the 5th. 2nd of the 1st. Fourth of the 2nd, 3rd of the 5th, last of the 1st, 2nd last of the last. I don't know what to do here. So that we need something in reference to, right? Normally that'd be like a cipher or something like that, or maybe not a cipher, but like something you would use as a reference. The question is, like, we don't have enough information to get like an actual proper reference, right? Oh, you can lose health. No. Alright, what I did learn, though, is... it could be calendar-related. We would have to find the cop's office who's responsible for it. Anekba, access to Kalasar, Jenna's apartment... Harvey's bar... Den's apartment... That would make sense. We would have to find this universe's version of the Bibble for that. Also more thoroughly need to examine things. because we're running low on certain resources that I want to take advantage of. Alright, Den is red. Den sneak. Den's card. Do we just go to his apartment? I guess that would make sense. I don't know why I thought, like, a random card he gave a lady would open up to police, his office. Here, it'll tell us on the map where we need to go, though. Den's apartment is right over there. It's not that far of a run, so we'll just run over. So... calendar would make sense. It could be a number key. We would have to find the murderer, though. In order for it to work, most likely. Okay, this should be Den's apartment. Wait, I need Den's key. Where'd I get his badge? Is it at the morgue? I mean, his corpse is at the morgue. What's that note? No. We are not going to reactivate Bowie yet again. Probably have 50 billion copyright infringements as we have now. That one we will take the, slider for. Oh, actually, that reminds me. I think Hollywood has run even more out of ideas than they had previously. I was looking at something, and they just have a show about universal basic income now. And, like... I don't understand how that's enough of a concept for them to do anything with. I mean, the concept is fascinating enough, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know how good of a TV show that's going to be. Nothing interesting. No, it's an animated cartoon. Well, I guess that's a redundant statement. Oh. Okay, if it's not here... I guess that's fair. It's just like... I saw it on Instagram earlier. No, it's about a bunch of... It's about a couple of chuckle fucks on UBI. Because the Instagram reel I saw that was like talking, or like had like a snip of the show, was like this dude who had his big booba AI girlfriend. He was complaining to it about his wife complaining up to him about spending money on something dumb. No, like, we're thinking in autism terms. We need to think in Hollywood terms and not in autism terms. It'd be interesting if it was, like, thoughtful. Police badge? Corpse sample. Memo remove. Jenna's note. What was Jenna's note? Actually, I can examine it from here, that's fine. Never mind. We'll put away Jenna's note. We'll put away the chocolate bar. Poop. We'll keep the poopy soda. Poopy sandwich. Jenna's note. From light comes... You're the humble pie chart. Alright. Where the hell is Den's crap if it's not here? Because, like, we looked at the morgue, we can't get into his office, we can't get into his apartment, so either we're going to find his apartment key or his office key, and the other one has that. Oh! For some reason, I thought you were talking about, like, Toy Story, Basil, and how, like, they make you feel emotions. You're talking about, like, inside brain. And, like, there's Anger, who's an old man, and then there's, like, the lady. I don't think I've seen that one. Okay. Maybe there's something in the police station. Maybe, like, because he died and they got the thing, maybe there's an evidence room that I'm not thinking of. Not gonna lie, I'm looking at the guide, and it is far too verbose for me to figure out that information without Control F, which I don't have on my phone. Maybe. But, like, I don't think this game is clever enough for that. Because, like, in the other instance, you would be like, hey, I want to find out about the thing, and hey, you just saw someone run away, right? No, she's still passed the fuck out. I think we killed the chief. What happens when you put an entire, like, basket of, like, sleeping drugs into someone? Alright, so we have these two rooms, ventilator room, there's nothing in there. Detention cells and surveillance room. On the restroom. And we can't get into his office. Where are you? Surveillance room is observing the city. Maybe it also has something else. Right? Maybe, like, surveillance also has, like, evidence in there? Because, you know, the evidence of the death of a police... No, that's the control panel. What the hell is this room? No reason to do that. Oh. At least we found a ring. Ammunition, and that we don't need, because we already have dossier archives. And that looks like more ammo, yeah. And it's not giving us any advice. Which means whatever it is that we're trying to look for is in a very obvious place. Oh, and that's what they meant by a reward, is you get 1,000 SEDX by robbing the place if you kill the guard. Oh no. There's so much more. Okay, look, so where? It's telling us to grab stuff off of his body, which we've already done. We already got through that, where we basically blackmailed the guy. That's telling us a way to get, like, money. Alright, how about if I do this? Ends bad. Omikron. Okay, I have to fix a sneak. AI actually doing the good work right now. Saving me from David Cage. And yeah, bravo Cage indeed. Oh, we need to go to Qualisar to find Fuon to fix his thing. Okay. I have my knowledge now. My phone slides off into the gates of oblivion. And hello, Hubber. I hope you're having a good day. I am personally being baffled by God Emperor Cage myself. Ugh. I think this is one of the useful moments of an LLM, is making something verbose condensed. So, we need to go to the sex shop to go pick up some Panda Express. Learn the read? My guy, I'm not reading a 40,000 word thesis on David Cage's game guide on my phone. I normally wouldn't take... I normally would be fine just, wandering around forever, but I don't have much time to do anything. I don't have much time to stream these days, so, like, I am trying to get through all of the David Cage games this month. And if I don't do that, it will be very bad. Or, not if I don't get through them, but if I don't look at the guide for this one, it'll be very bad.
Welcome to Fuhan's. What can I do for you?
Hello, are you Fuon?
Depends. What you want from him?
I'm told Fuon could repair this broken snake.
Terrible state. I might be able to save certain objects from inventory. That good enough?
It's good enough.
It will cost you 400 SEDEX. Come back and see me when you're a little richer.
No, he's just using, Asian accent. Wait, I didn't actually finish reading that. You have nothing to lose but your life, but you can win thousands of SEDEX. What are you waiting for? Go to the arena... the Zam store in Qualisar and ask for a drone battery. What's the Quam store? If I go to the map... maybe it's over here? No, I just skimmed through in the wrong manner. But honestly, I wasn't expecting this when I signed up for David Cage games. This is way more open world than anything he's ever done since. That, and I'm still molding because I have to play this game with a keyboard rather than anything else. Alright, sex man.
Hey, dude. What do you want?
A drone battery.
Adios, amigo.
Why is your face a different color from the rest of your body? They didn't color match their models. Alright. We... need to find... something else. Something that looks like calm. But what could that be? It is a... Oh, this is the peep show, isn't it? Maybe there's something in the bathrooms that I could steal. Where am I going to get 400 SETX? You know, it didn't let me use the urinals anywhere but our own house, so let's try it. Apparently, he forgot how to use his penis. Or maybe he ran out of, like, the, it's like that BMW where it's the joke of... you have to pay for using your car. It's like, in order to use a turn signal, you have to pay, like, 30 cents. Because we're so poor on money, we can't afford to use our penis anymore. True, it's our body's penis. Legally distinct knowledge there. Why is there so much sex? Does David Cage just imagine, like, the future will be just, like, sex clubs and, like, booze halls? Who's responsible for the world building in this game? Though, to be fair to the person who I want to throw into Redacted, they are in line with the stereotypes of most sci-fi dystopias, right? So this sex club sector is really big. Right, where's the thing, though? And I really wish I could execute some of these civilians, but I guess we're legally a cop, so we can't do that. This is an LA Noire where you can run over some poor Nan because she was in the wrong place at the wrong time. You're not wrong, I suppose, especially in a cyberpunk dystopia. Oh, I'm really happy I have these Vapo Fix cough drops. They're really good at soothing a throat. My nose is running like a rabbit at a carrot factory right now. Some kind of abandoned temple. Moses? Holy statue, one of the apostles of the Green Book. I don't know. I probably got sick from a coworker, which I'm slightly annoyed by, but it is what it is. Which is why we did the start earlier, and probably a bit why I'm more impatient than I would normally be. I slept for like probably like 14 hours today. As my energy was seized from me by maladies most foul. I don't remember if we got any money in our house. I am very happy for this as well. Hello, home. Oh? Yes. Okay, we do have money. It's just Mr. Lizard. Nothing else here. That's just our remote inventory. That's where we diddled our partner. This is empty. There was nothing in the toilets. That is where we got the sleeping pill information. And this I remember getting all the food from. Is there another thing in here? No. Alright. The other thing I'm worried about is we need a lot more money than what I probably just grabbed, which warns me that we're probably going to have to deal with a lot of... Oh, no. cage. And that's the other thing, Bummer, that's been kind of infuriating, is how much this game doesn't want to be played. Because this is the second time where we've had a bug where we might have to restart the entire game. I don't remember where the save area is in here. I think it is actually in the kitchen, funnily enough. Oh, where we took advantage of the woman dating the guy we possessed. She might have taken advantage of us, you know, we might be the ones whose minds have been cooked. And she's actually like a agent of the crown. No. We just lost. Alright, no. We're done with Omikron. I can only handle losing multiple hours of progress, or like an hour of progress, like twice.